My dogs love celery pieces, right? But I also give my dog some celery juice. The celery pieces aren't enough.
On page 111 of the Celery Juice book, Anthony says, "People often feel so great when they're on celery juice that they wonder if they can give it to their pets too. Celery juice is safe for dogs and cats, and I can even tell you that I use it personally for my dogs. Check with your vet for what amount is right for your particular dog or cat. If you're interested in giving celery juice to another type of animal, ask your vet about whether it's appropriate." As of this video, Anthony has not provided celery juice dosage guidelines for pets. However, Dr. Jeff Feynman, the holistic veterinarian Anthony recommended, has shared the following general guidelines on his forum, holisticactions.com. Says for dogs 50 pounds and over, 16 ounces. For dogs 25 to 49 pounds, 12 ounces. For dogs 10 to 25 pounds, 8 ounces. And for dogs under 10 pounds, 4 ounces. For most cats, a general guideline is 4 ounces of celery juice. The amount depends on how much the cat fights drinking it. If your cat is over 11 pounds and they happily lap up the celery juice without a fight, then you may try going up to 8 ounces. But if you have a cat that isn't happy to take it, even just 1 to 2 milliliters of celery juice may be helpful. Note, every pet is different. Consult your veterinarian before introducing new foods or supplements to your pet. If you choose to introduce celery juice, it would be best to begin with a small amount and gradually work your way up while monitoring your pet's individual response. Stop right away and contact your veterinarian if any unusual symptoms or reactions occur. Anthony hasn't yet mentioned either way whether dogs or cats can benefit the same way as humans do by drinking celery juice on an empty stomach, but it's a possibility. Some pet owners have had success using food-safe syringes, like those used to give pets liquid medications, for giving celery juice to their pets. Other pets may happily lap up celery juice if given in a bowl. For best results, try using freshly made celery juice. Store-bought bottled juice won't have the same effect, unless you got it fresh made to order. No other ingredients should be added to the celery juice. For humans at least, Anthony recommends waiting at least 15 to 30 minutes after eating or drinking anything before having celery juice, and waiting another 15 to 30 minutes after before consuming anything else. Some followers have timed their pet's celery juice drinking by giving it to their pet first thing in the morning after it's made, then waiting 15 to 30 minutes before giving their pet their breakfast. For pets that get too stressed when trying to take celery juice separately, you could try mixing it in with their food instead, although it wouldn't have the same effect. Or try reintroducing celery juice at another time. Sometimes your pet may be willing to drink celery juice, and other times they may not. Respect their choice to avoid causing stress or creating an aversion to celery juice. Now let's take a look at some testimonials from pet owners who have introduced celery juice to their pets. These are personal stories, not guarantees of results, and celery juice is not a substitute for licensed veterinary care. Still, some people have shared their pet healing experiences with celery juice.
Karima's Inspirations on Instagram says, "Celery juice healed my dogs. 8 months ago, my dogs were diagnosed with severe chronic inflammation of the intestinal tract. They were treated with antibiotics several times with no success. The inflammation kept coming back, and as a result, they were experiencing severe abdominal pain, diarrhea, and lack of appetite. It was so painful to watch them disconnect from their aliveness. Playfulness and curiosity were slowly but surely dissipating. I felt so hopeless and desperate. At the time, my family and I were totally immersed in medical medium protocols, and through them, we healed profoundly. Drinking celery juice every morning on an empty stomach plays an essential part in the healing according to medical medium protocols, and somehow, for the longest time, it didn't occur to me to try to give my dog celery juice. Until one day, it did. It felt as if I had awakened. Suddenly, I realized that if we could heal with celery juice, why couldn't my dogs? After just 2 weeks of drinking celery juice, my dogs showed significant improvements. The diarrhea was almost gone, and they got their appetite back. My dogs have been drinking celery juice for almost 4 months now, and they no longer show any signs of inflammation. They have their doggy life back. I would never have imagined that celery juice could be so beneficial for my dogs in regaining their health. Once again, it shows how powerful this healing elixir is. And I am so grateful to witness my dogs improving their health so drastically, and above all, it makes me incredibly happy to have them joining us on our celery juice morning routine.
Kari Lynch shared her story of her cats. She writes,
I have 4 cats on celery juice every morning. 2 of my cats are older, around 17, and 2 are very young, under 2. One of my older cats developed severe pancreatitis and almost died. She was in the hospital and semi-recovered. $6,000 later, we brought her home and her appetite remained very poor. I started her on celery juice, 2 milliliters 2 times a day for 3 days, and she was eating within 24 hours and back to herself within 3 days. I also gave her liposomal C 2 times a day for 3 days. This was almost 2 years ago, and she has been doing very well ever since. I continue to give it daily. My other older cat also started to show signs of pancreatitis, so I started her on it too, and she is doing very well. I started my 2 younger cats on it as well due to digestive problems. One was overeating and would get bloated and constipated. And the other didn't have a great appetite and would vomit on occasion and have diarrhea often. Celery juice has helped them as well. Also, I know of at least one other cat that had pancreatitis. And celery juice was given and within 3 hours was eating and has been doing good ever since.
Later on, Kari Lynch also said,
I've had 2 of my cats on celery juice for 2 years. It healed both of their pancreatitis and constipation. Also, they have stopped vomiting all the time. So far, no side effects that I can see.
These are individual experiences and results may vary. If you're new to medical medium and want to learn more about celery juice, check out the Celery Juice 101 guide on medicalmedium.com or scan the QR code on your screen. And that wraps up the celery juice segment of this medical medium-inspired pet health series. Follow me to stay tuned for the next topics, where I'll continue sharing more medical medium information for pets. Thanks for watching.